Welcome to the Southwest Local School District New Schools groundbreaking ceremony. I like a rowdy bunch, this is good. In less than 2 years, 2 new schools, 1 elementary and 1 middle school, will be built on these grounds behind me. We thank each of you for making it out to today's ceremony and for making our schools and children a top priority each day. There were many that doubted this day would ever happen. Thank you for believing in our schools and our future, and for putting actions behind your words. Please stand for the national anthem performed by our Harrison High School band under the leadership of Mr. Brian Egan. Today would have not happened without the tremendous effort and support of many. First, I'd like to introduce our Southwest Local School District Board of Education. Please stand when your name is called. Please hold the applause until the end. Tricia Evanson, Linda Peak, Susan Robards, Vice President Mike King, and Board President Jeff Biddle. As Mr. Biddle makes his long walk up to the podium, we also want to thank retired board member Mr. Walter Shunk, who was part of the board when the levy passed.
I'd like to welcome all of you here today for this great day in the history of the Southwest Local School District. It's great to see such a crowd here, and I'm sure everybody is very enthusiastic about what's to happen over the next couple of years. I want to just take a moment to talk about history, and I won't dwell on it too long, but the school district was formed in the mid-1950s, and what you saw out here was basically cornfields. The airport was over there. That was about it. And when the district was formed, the powers that be found a piece of ground at the corner of West Road and Dry Fork, central part of the district, about as well in the center of the district as you could find, and that's where they built their first high school. Well, the area grew. Now we needed a new high school, which came along in the 1970s. I went through both of those schools, and even when I was in school over here in the mid-70s, you had fields, you had airport, and you had more fields. And this district continued to grow. Now you see houses. We needed room. And I want to mention one former school board member who no longer is around, but Mr. Matt Callan. Back in the mid-2000s, the property here became available that you see right now as field, and Matt found out that ground was going to become available, and we were able to purchase that property, and without that property, we wouldn't be able to do what we're about to undertake here. So I want to recognize Matt Callan for his foresight and vision, and he was a good friend of mine, and I just wanted to take that opportunity. So, with all being said, we've got equipment here, we got kids here. You don't want to hear old guys like me talk, I'm sure. But anyway, I just want to once again welcome you all. This is a great day for our school district. Let's get this dirt moving. Thank you.
Our administrative team here at Southwest Local Schools is one of the finest group of school leaders in Ohio. Please hold your applause until the end. Treasurer, Mr. Thomas Lowe. You gotta stand. Assistant Superintendent Corinne Hayes. Director of Operations, Adam Lobeck. People Service Director, Kirsten Rogers, and her assistant, Nick Roth, and former People Service Director, Laura Myers. Director of Facilities and Communication, Mike Morris. High School Principal, Mr. Matt Lindley, and his assistant, Mark Mybers, Chris Niehaus, and Brandon McBee, as well as former high school principal, Mr. Davis Baker, who was part of our team when the levy passed. Junior School Principal, Mr. Christian Tracy. Are you standing? All right. Assistant Principal at the Junior High, Dan Rouster. Somewhere here. Crosby Principal, Joanna Gotti. Harrison Elementary's Principal, Ron Mangus. Miamitown Principal Extraordinaire, Mr. Dave Kelly. Whitewater Valley Principal, Miss Mia Neckel. And also, yes, well earned. I also want to thank our former superintendent who actually got the ball rolling on these plans and his foresight into making new schools happen, Mr. Chris Brown, who's not at this ceremony. But we'll give him some more. Next, the levy team that helped, everyone's watching the drone. It's just a drone, guys. They were supposed to launch it when Mr. Biddle was talking, but the levy team that helped us pass our November 2017 bond issue and helped it get over the hump, winning by just 198 votes out of almost 7,300 cast. Again, please hold your applause until the end. The Fountain Square Group, Cody Rizzuto and Katie Metz. You got to stand too. I'll give them some love. They do awesome work. Our levy campaign chairs, who did an amazing amount of work and really embodied the spirit of our levy and getting this thing through. That's Jennifer Lurk, Michelle Graff, Patty Van Cleve, and Melissa McKendrick. Our levy treasurer, Karen Renz, and finance chair, Mr. Joe Moss. And a special thank you to our community advisory team, CAT, who helped shape the final plan that went to the voters on November 7, 2017. If you're a member of the CAT team, please stand and be recognized. We cannot do what we do without the support of our local governmental leaders. First, I'd like to introduce Mayor Nair. Harrison City Council members, Mr. Ryan Grubbs and Cindy Abrams. I'd also like to thank the Crosby, Whitewater Township, and Harrison Township trustees, including their respective fiscal officers, which includes former treasurer here, Mr. Greg Bybee, as well as former Harrison Township trustee Fred Dole. Next up, Mayor Nair.
So today's the first day in a great future of our school district. The city has been talked about many times about the growth, but that growth would never have happened without great schools. 25 years ago, I relocated to Harrison because of the school district. That was one of the primary things I looked for when I relocated. So the strength of the school district is why we're seeing this tremendous growth. There's a few other factors, but no one will deny one of the top factors is a great school. This is going to provide an opportunity for our schools to become state-of-the-art, provide classroom space so that students aren't overcrowded, and provide a top quality education, which every one of our students deserve. My three students, my three children were students here. Everyone left with the tools they needed to succeed at the next level, whatever level they chose. And that's only because we have great staff, great administration, and now we're going to have great tools. So thank you.
Next, I'd like to welcome Miss Cindy Abrams to the mic. Let's give Miss Abrams a round.
I'll also keep it short because nobody wants to hear the politicians stand up here and talk. Anyway, this is an exciting day for our community, of course, and I'm looking forward to watching these buildings being built step by step here in our community. And it's so important to support, of course, the youth, our future leaders, which is so exciting. Anyway, congratulations.
I'd like to also thank the Greater Harrison Chamber of Commerce, as well as our local police and fire. Without their support and without them pushing the safety envelope, we would not be near the school district we are. So thank you to our police and fire who came in full gear today. And last but not least, we want to thank our local churches and this city, his city in particular, for their support over the years. It's their efforts that help us be one of the best school districts in Southwest Ohio.
Yeah.
Shifting gears to the team that is now tasked with building 4 new elementary schools concurrently or at the same time in renovating the high school, all within the next 24 months. Each new school is scheduled to be finished by the fall of 2021. I was thinking about this earlier this week when driving in and the heat index was pushing 100 degrees. We have just one more fall in our current schools with no air conditioning. Our partners in this project in providing 32% of the funding for this endeavor is the Ohio Facilities Construction Commission, or the OFCC. Jeff Westhoven and Kim Magovic.
Thank you, Superintendent Hamstra. Everybody excited about starting back in school today? Yeah. I hear some no's, but I think in 2 years you guys are going to be a lot more excited. So again, I'm Kim Magovac, and I'm privileged to serve as the project manager from the Ohio Facilities Construction Commission. The state of Ohio not only provides financial support for K-12 buildings, but also offers expert knowledge sharing in the planning, design, and construction of your new facilities. By assisting the district in administrating the project, this allows more time to focus on the fun stuff, like the design of your classrooms, making these learning spaces a place that you will want to be in. A groundbreaking ceremony marks the start of construction, but a lot of effort has gone into getting us to this point today. Congratulations to the entire project team on achieving this milestone, and congratulations to this deserving community for your support. Thank you.
To echo Kim's comments, a special thank you to the group that has spent the last 20 months shaping and designing our new schools. First, SHP architects Jeffrey Sackenheim, Jenny Gallo, and Jerry Durr. Please stand. Our Skanska Megan construction team, we have Chris Hopper, Evans, Peter Becker, Chase Eggers, Eric Morton, Dave McGee, and team. Our engineers from Kleininger's Steve Cordy and team. Next, we have 2 rounds of dirt moving photos being taken, and then our band will finish with the fight song. After the fight song is complete, we plan to take several additional rounds of photos with shovels and hard hats, including students. For those interested, please plan to stick around. We appreciate everyone coming out today and for your unwavering support of our students, our schools, and the Greater Harrison community. Today's events will shape the next 50 years here and will drastically improve the education provided to over 230,000 students that will walk our halls during that same time frame. For those wanting a photo, please stick around. We'll make that happen. Our next big ceremony will be the ribbon cutting in early August of 2021. Thank you.
Amen.